Where does Christianity come from? If you give me 1 minute, I will draw some connections and I will close in on some truth for you all. Because there are a lot of Christians out there that just don't understand where Christianity come from. You have to remember, the Bible is 2 books, Old and New Testament, and the New Testament is newer than the Old Testament. Now, the Old Testament comes from somewhere. Where does it come from? Because the Old Testament, if you do your homework, you'll learn that the Old Testament comes from ancient writings, ancient scribes, all sorts of stuff. Now, what I find truly fascinating about this is if you do your homework, you're going to come to the realization that Christianity came from Hinduism. It all came out of Hinduism. I mean, Hinduism is far older than Christianity, far older than the Old Testament. It's old. And Hinduism is where we get a character named, anyone want to guess? In Hinduism, you have your Holy Trinity. You have Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Now, Brahma is Abram. This is where you get Abram in the Bible, because Abram was Abram. Then he turned into Abraham. So he made a covenant with God when he was Abram and changed his name to Abraham. Now, his wife's name was Sarah. Okay, it was Sarai and changed it to Sarah. Now, why is this interesting? Because this is all from Hinduism. Okay, Abram comes from Brahma. Brahma is Abram. And in Hinduism, you also have Saraswati or Sarasvati. It's I forget the pronunciation, the proper pronunciation, but Saraswati or something. And that is the ancient goddess of, what's she a goddess of? Maybe fertility or something. I forget what she's a goddess of. The Hindus have so many damn gods and goddesses, it's hard to keep track of. However, if you purchase this right here, if you buy a Holy Veda, you can look through it and you can read it. This is the Holy Hindu text, okay? This is the Hindu Bible. And in this Bible, you will realize that you have all of these characters. You have all of these same characters that are in Christianity today. That's, again, because Christianity is a spin-off from all these older things. They took older religions, older ideas, they turned them into stories and sold it to us so that they can keep deceiving us and, you know, keep deceiving the population. In large masses of the population can be deceived. That's what they've been doing this for. It's control over information, control over your mind. They can control you to think what you want to think, to do what they want you to do. It just is what it is. Learn about it. And then you have the control. You take the control back. If you're believing in things that are not real just because you were told to, and your belief, oh, they're beliefs, oh, I'm a believer. Well, that's good for you. It doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't mean anything. I was a believer my whole life. Got me absolutely nowhere. Promise you that. Didn't get me anywhere. I didn't own anything, didn't do anything. I was miserable. I was depressed. I had a wife that was horrible. Worst person ever. Just a mean, horrific woman. I was strapped to that. It was awful. Being into Jesus and going to church every weekend and being a part. I was in the band. I was the lead guitarist of my church. It's all a bunch of bull. It's all nonsense. Liars. They make money off you. That's what they do. So while you're writing your check, while you're giving them a percent of your paycheck, while you're donating all of your time and you're giving them your children for the weekend so they can teach your children all the propaganda, that's your loss. That's on you. Your children should be learning the truth from their parents, not learning propaganda from a priest. Honestly, let's be real. There's a good chance that priest that took a vow to marry Jesus and never to do anything with a female or a male, and just that person probably has some skeletons in their closet that you might not want your children hanging around with. But, by all means, do whatever you want. Great idea. That sounds really good. Let other people raise your kids and lie to them. whisper. That's exactly what happened. I'm sorry. That's pretty much what happened in the garden. You got Adam and Eve. Adam was kind of supposed to watch over Eve. You know, it was his helper, his woman. And yeah, she got deceived like that, instantly. 2 seconds it took her to get deceived. So, I mean, be smarter, be better than this, all right? Be better. Don't let your children get deceived by the serpents. Don't be deceived by the serpent yourself. That it is what it is. Learn the truth. You have to dig and dig and dig. The world is not 2,000 years old. So start digging, all right? The history goes back. Start learning the real history. Start digging. You have to, some of this stuff I don't even bother usually talking about with people because it's just not worth it. Because they're not gonna listen. People are not ready for the truth. Hardcore Christians that are super Jesus freaks and Bible thumpers, I know the Bible better than you. I guarantee you. I have 3 versions in my car right now that I keep in my car 24/7. So I can study while I'm in the car. I have different versions at my office. I have about 20 versions at my home. I'm always reading it. So when people say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Really? We could have a little quiz and see who knows more about it. I mean, I'm not saying I know the most. Definitely not. I still have a lot to learn. But chances are, if you're going to sit here and argue with me, I know more than you. That's a fact. You know, it's just funny, man. People don't want to learn. They want to follow people like Charlie Kirk. It's just sad. Clowns. Honestly, these people are clowns. They're clowns. They're paid lackeys for the system, the same system that created all this stuff, so that you would be entertained and left in the dark. Enjoy your entertainment. That's all I gotta say. I love you all. If you want to learn the truth, or I'll rephrase that. If you want to learn what I believe to be true, you go right there. If not, you continue believing, and that's okay. Someday you'll get to a point where you're sick of believing, and you'll want to know something. And then when you get to that point, you go right there. That's all. I love you all so much. This is my opinion.